In this video, I'm going to be breaking down all of the PS4 and PS5 announcements that we got from the latest August 2020 State of Play. There wasn't a lot of PS5 announcements, but what we did get was really cool and some neat PS4 stuff as well. So, my name is Frost, 2 T's, first T is silent, and you're watching Mr. Frosty TV. So, enjoy the video. So the first game State of Play gets into is, of course, Crash Bandicoot 4. It's About Time from developer Toys for Boys. It is a direct sequel to Warped. Hey Google, what is Crash Bandicoot Warped?
According to Wikipedia, Crash Bandicoot Warped is a 1998 platform game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment for the PlayStation.
There you have it. It is the first Crash game in over a decade, which is really cool. I mean, I haven't played a Crash game since I was a kid, probably around the time that, this came out. So we're going to get to see some of those older levels, plus a bunch of new dimensions and vistas, aka levels, for us to find and explore. We're going to have new platforming mechanics incorporated into the game. They're adding wall running, rope swinging, rail grinding, zip lining. We're also getting some new customization items in the form of cosmetic only outfits, or skins you can call them, for Crash and his friends to wear. And I know what you're thinking, because I thought it too. Oh great, they're adding microtransactions to Crash Bandicoot. But listen, according to the State of Play, there's going to be 0 microtransactions in Crash Bandicoot 4. And that all of these outfits or skins are going to be totally acquired in the game through their currencies awarded for completing missions, and also some outfits for completing challenges, which is great. I hope they follow through with that. Maybe there's hope for the world. So far, from my experience, most games that say they're not going to have microtransactions end up adding microtransactions. So hey, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And so just a couple more points. The game is introducing these quantum masks, which end up giving you new traversal abilities. Maybe this is going to tie into what I talked about before with the rope swinging. And I think in the video we saw some anti-gravity abilities where you can switch, the gravity and stuff like that. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Also, we found out that there's going to be playable characters, including the ability to play the whole game as Coco, and what seems to be the ability to play as Neo Cortex and Dingo Dial in certain levels / areas of the game, and that Dingo Dial is no longer a villain in this game. There's this whole backstory about how he started a restaurant business and now they blew it up and he's mad, so he's a good guy. They're also adding the ability to change the art style of the game, I guess, by completing the game, which will add some really weird and interesting ways to beat the game. Like, there was this one mode in the trailer where you have to paint the color back into the world by twirling, and another version that makes the whole game take place underwater, making Crash's movement speeds a little sluggish, maybe jump, hang in the air a little longer, kind of 0G-ish kind of thing, which is really cool, I think. All in all, it looks like a solid platformer. I'll probably buy it. I haven't played a Crash game in forever, like I said, but hey, I loved Crash when I was a kid. Why not? Also, the game comes out October 2nd on PS4. You're going to hear this a lot from me today, but I'm going to assume that the game will also launch for PS5 at some point. So next we got this little teaser, very, very short, of Hitman 3, and Hitman 3 is coming to VR, which, I mean, looks great. And not only that, the whole trilogy is going to be playable in VR, which is just like mind-blowing to me. In the trailer there, we see a little bit of interaction with him in VR mode, and that looks great to me. The release is set to be sometime in 2021. Moving on, we got a trailer for Braid Anniversary Edition. It's a really weird and intriguing trailer for me, especially at the start. The game is fully hand repainted for modern high def, which is really cool. I haven't ever played this game or even heard of it really before this state of play, but if you're into indie side scrollers, this game looks amazing. In the trailer, they call it a moving painting, and I think that's a great description of the look of this game. Braid is coming out early next year. I'm going to assume again both PS4 and PS5. It's announced for PS4, but I'm going to assume that it'll come out on PS5 as well. Next, we got a Pathless gameplay overview. It's a new title for the PS5 by Giant Squid. It is an open world mythic adventure, according to the trailer. You play as a hunter with a pet eagle that helps you in traversal and exploration. Traversal is done by using stamina to dash across the landscape, and then using your bow to hit crystals that are suspended around the world, which refills your stamina bar and allows you to continue dashing. Now, this is said to be more of like a timing thing instead of like a aiming your bow like precision thing. It's just like quick, auto aims the bow for you. There is no map, but you have the ability to see distant landmarks and see where you've already been by looking through your mask, which is sort of like the detective mode in the Batman games or like in The Witcher. It looks really cool the way it's done. It's kind of hard to describe it, but if you watch the trailer, you'll see what I mean. It looks cool. This game actually kind of reminds me of a couple of different games. It makes me think of its Breath of the Wild. You can see it has some inspiration from there. Some Shadow of the Colossus with like the size of the bosses and stuff. But there's also like this mix of stealth in there, which is very reminiscent to me of Death Stranding. So yeah, take that for what it is. To me, this looks and sounds, pretty cool. The release is set for later this year. I can't wait. This game actually looks pretty good. Moving on, we got a trailer and breakdown for Spelunky 2. I mean, I've never played the first one, but this looks like a Terraria or SteamWorld Dig kind of thing. If you're into those kinds of games, if you enjoyed playing the first Spelunky, then maybe this game is for you, but it's not for me. Yeah. Next, we have Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is a free-to-play open-world JARPG, which stands for Japanese Action Role-Playing Game. This is developer MiHoYo's second original IP. The first one was Gun Girls, and don't worry, I've never heard of it either. If you have and you thought that was a great game, let me know down in the comments, and maybe I'll have to find it and play it. The game looks like a fun JRPG, and the fact that it's going to be free to play, you can be sure that I'll be trying it out. The game is set to be released this fall on PS4. Next, we got a look at Aeon Must Die. It's a new action-packed beat-em-up or like brawler style game by Focus Home Interactive. I'm not a big beat 'em up fan, but the art style and sort of necro robotic futuristic aesthetic looks very cool and very brutal and has certainly caught my attention. this game, again, the release is set for sometime next year for the PS4. And again, like most of the games on this list, I'm going to assume that it will be coming out for the PS5 at some point. So next we got a little look at a game called Anno Mutation M. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a side-scrolling 2.5D action-adventure game with some RPG elements set in a futuristic cyberpunk-style world. The release is set for December of this year on PS4 and again probably PS5. Next we got another look at Bugsnax, and this time we got a look at gameplay. The gameplay was captured on PS5. The game was revealed during the PS5 reveal event a few months back. It is a first-person adventure game where you are tasked with exploring a mysterious island and capturing this island's native fauna, which happen to be little half bug, half food creatures, I guess. I don't know. They're half bug, half hamburgers. They're like walking hamburgers that are made out to being bugs. I don't know. It's weird. This game seems to be a little on the silly side, obviously, for me. I think it is aimed towards children. I don't know. I'll have to wait and find out more about this one before I make up my mind, because it is kind of interesting looking, the whole bug thing. I don't know. We'll see. This game is set to launch for the PS5, which of course is holiday 2020. Next, we have my favorite reveal or gameplay trailer that we got of this event, which is the Star Wars VR series, where this one is called Vader Immortal. Wow. Okay. I was not expecting this. Like, the Vader Immortal, I was totally not expecting this when I was watching this. I don't know if they had talked about it before. It was totally not on my radar, and I was super shocked to see this. I, of course, have a PlayStation VR, and I have not used it in forever. This game looks amazing. I'm so down for this. I'm so down to be Darth Vader in VR. This is perfect. Like, I don't know why they haven't done it sooner. I'm glad they're doing it now. I want to play this game. You can be sure to find me streaming this game on Twitch. Links will be in the description when the game is released on August the 25th of this year, which is only a couple weeks away from today. So I'm super hyped. Vader VR, it's perfect. Moving on. Okay, and so now we got a few quick little announcements, refreshers. Control AWE expansion, which is the second expansion, is coming out August 27th. Next we have Auto Chess. This is an auto chess game. Obviously, it is coming to PS4 October 31st, 2020. Next we got a little look at the Pedestrian, a side-scrolling puzzle game with a doodle art style set in like a 3D world. I don't know, you'll have to watch the trailer. It looks kind of cool, just not quite my style of game. It's coming to PS4 January 2021, so I think it's very safe to assume it'll be on PS5 as well. Next, we got another really cool looking game. It is called Hood, Outlaws and Legends. It is a PvPvE heist game, which is player versus environment, and it is set in a medieval times where you and your friends take on a Robin Hood style role of stealing from the rich, which is the PvE part, the heist part of the game, while a rival gang, which is another set of players, try to do the same thing, steal from these rich NPCs. And of course, this is the PvP aspect, because as you can assume, whoever steals the treasure wins, and whoever doesn't is the loser. So you gotta fight for your right to treasure hunt. Looks actually really cool. I can't wait to get my hands on this game. It looks like it'll be a very fun co-op game. I love this kind of PvPvE kind of genre. You don't really see a lot of it. It is a PS5 game set to be released sometime in 2021, and of course I will certainly keeping my eye on this game, hopefully for some more details. Next we got Temtem. It's a Pokemon clone set in an online world. I don't think I need to say anything else more than it's a Pokemon clone. And it's coming out in 2021 on the PS5. Next game. More Godfall gameplay, which I think is great. Godfall, of course, we saw the teaser at E3 last year. It was the first game officially announced as a PS5 game, and we saw it again with a bit of gameplay earlier this year at the PS5 reveal event. It is an action-adventure game with some RPG elements, with a strong focus on combat and loot. The dev in the video calls it a looter slasher, which sounds really interesting to me. The game can be played solo or with 2 additional teammates, meaning a total group size of 3. And wow, another game today claiming to have no microtransactions. That's great. I really hope that they stick to it. I think this is something more developers need to think about and stop caring so much about the money and start caring more about the gameplay, instead of always trying to make sure that your game has elements that they can monetize. You know, just make the game. That's all we want. Just make the game. There is a lot of gameplay information that they give you in this Godfall video, and I recommend you go watch it if you're interested in this game and want to know more. I know for sure that I cannot wait to get my hands on this game. Not only is it visually amazing and a PS5 game, but the combat looks really tight, and I'm really interested in what the looter slasher mechanic is going to pan out. Same with the microtransaction system. Hopefully they stick to having no microtransaction. The game is set to release alongside the PS5 this holiday season. So holiday season 2020 if you're watching this in the future. Also, hello, live long and prosper. I'm not actually a Star Trek fan, but that's the end of the announcements made in the August 2020 State of Play. There will be, of course, a link in the description to the full State of Play. Again, I've been your host, Frost, 2 T's. First T is silent. And you've been watching Mr. Frosty TV. So if you like this video, make sure you give the like button a big ol' hug and hit the subscribe button, because no one likes the subscribe button. If you enjoy watching me and you want to watch me playing these amazing games, you can head over to my Twitch channel, Mr. Frosty Gamer. Links in the description, where I am live right now. So head over there, make sure you give me a follow, say hello to me in chat, and yeah, thanks for watching. Stay frosty, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.